Yeah, so let's move this forward a little bit and let's think about the timeline here. When do you think teams will start to actually negotiate with Lamar Jackson? And I think that probably is going to come after the NFL draft. I do believe a lot of teams are holding on to the fact that if they do got to give up 2 first-round picks, it might as well be 2024 and 2025's first-round
Mhm.
picks instead of 2023. So that's number one. Basically, I think it's going to be after the draft. Now, the other part of this is what if it doesn't? What if Lamar doesn't want to go back? What if Lamar is digging into his heels and Lamar's that kind of cat who kind of, I get this vibe, he's from South Florida. He feels like he's been wronged. Like once he gets wronged, then what? Let's say he gets wronged. He doesn't want to go back to the Ravens no more, but he doesn't have an offer from somebody else. How do you think that's going to play out?
Oh, he's just going to Le'Veon Bell himself at that point. I mean, that's. I think that's ultimately it's either he's going to have to sign that tenure and swallow his pride and go back to Baltimore. So then that way, his contract, the tag isn't tolling, and he actually gains a year towards free agency potentially. Or the other is he's just going to Le'Veon Bell himself, and I think now at that point, what happened with Le'Veon Bell? Like, sure, he got that massive contract from the former, general manager of the Jets that was spending like a drunken sailor, Mike McCagnon, I believe, was spending like a drunken sailor, essentially trying to save his job, and he lost it. But that's how Le'Veon got paid. He played 2 games, and then he was hurt the rest of the year, and then we never heard from Le'Veon again until he did like the celebrity boxing thing. I think it's. There's no in between, and I'm at a loss for words. I think it's either going to be Le'Veon Belling himself, or he
Mhm.
signs that tenure. And you know what? Like at this point, look at what Kirk Cousins did. He's the most
Yeah.
bland quarterback I've ever seen, but he got franchise tag. What was it, 2 or 3 times in Washington, and then he signed that guaranteed deal with the Minnesota Vikings, and that contract is like the gift that keeps on giving.
Hmm.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one other smart way to play it, in my opinion, is at least with the franchise tag, like it's guaranteed that year. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, what if he signs his tag? He shows up week one, pulls a hamstring, and sits out for the rest of the year.
I mean, at that point, he's fully guaranteed. I mean, he's
Yep.
still getting paid. He's getting paid
Yep.
to just sit on the bench, and who's going to be that backup quarterback? I mean, is Tyler Huntley? I guess there's some other guy we're going to talk about potentially. Like, I mean, it's that would see to me that would kind of be for like must see TV for me. Like in that instance, I would love for Hard Knocks to be with Baltimore
Yeah.
just for all of this playing out.